Hi everyone, Charlene Ortiz here. So we've all been keeping up with a lot of the drama and situation that's been happening with Obese and Amberlyn. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the contrast between the two of them and why I find it to be really interesting. I did just finish watching Obese response, I guess, to Amber Lynn's video. Personally, and I think everybody else would agree with me, I didn't feel like he needed to do a response. We all knew she was full of shit, and he definitely didn't need to clear his name. We all see him as a respectable, inspirational, a sincere, honest individual. And we all know that she is a narcissistic, delusional liar. So, again, in my opinion, I really didn't feel like he needed to do that video. However, if it helped him to kind of get things off of his chest and, feel kind of free and clear of the situation, more power to him. I'm sorry. I know this is shaking a little bit, but I have this kind of set up on my bed because there's really no structure here for me to set this on. And I need to be leaning against something right now because my back is just killing me. But so I'll try, to not let this shake as much as possible. And hopefully my dog won't jump on the bed because then it'll look like it's an earthquake in the room. But anyway, so if, he felt like it was something he needed to do, then, absolutely, I completely understand. I personally would have never responded to the message that she sent to him. One thing that really irked me in her video when she was talking about how she messaged him, how she said, yeah, I messaged him, and of course he responded. And I felt like she made that statement because she felt like, of course he responded because I'm Amberlyn. Of course he responded to me. And for me, my perspective is, of course he responded because he's just a good guy, that, sincerely wants to help. But, he might as well, approach a hippopotamus and he would have more luck helping, convincing a hippopotamus to lose weight than her. So, it definitely was, what's the word? Effort that was, made in vain, to help her. But again, bless his heart. I mean, he's so sincere and he's so passionate about helping people because of the incredible results that he's experienced with his weight loss. So throughout the years, I have encountered a lot of different types of people that are trying to lose weight. And there are a lot of different reasons why people become obese or morbidly obese, or they just let themselves go. And I just kind of wanted to talk about just the different reasons that I've come across why people have allowed themselves to gain a significant amount of weight. The first reason is, I think, applies to probably most people, is they just simply don't have the discipline, don't have the motivation. They're just lazy and they just don't want to do it. There really is no dramatic or really deep reason why they, have gained so much weight. They just have got busy working, taking care of children, going to school, what have you, and they've just let themselves go. So they hire a trainer to keep them accountable and to give them some guidance and education. And, that's, a decision they've made so that they can improve their health. The second would be people that were raised with parents that just, taught them really bad nutritional habits. And even though they want to lose weight, they know they need to, they just don't know how, because they have been, kind of programmed to enjoy fast food and, foods that are full of sugars and processed foods full of unhealthy fats, what have you. And so it's now something that they've become addicted to, that they crave, and they just need help. They need help kind of getting a new direction And because when you are raised on that type of food, that's what your body becomes accustomed to. That's what it craves. And I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm so grateful that my mom did not raise us on those types of food, because to be honest with you, you know, sure, I enjoy fast food now and then. It's not unheard of for me to get a double cheeseburger at McDonald's or In-N-Out or Taco Bell, but because I'm not accustomed to eating that food, after even a few bites, like I'm done. It's not appetizing to me anymore, because I'm not accustomed to eating that way, and because I wasn't raised to eat like that. And so, and also a lot of the foods that are available to us now in the grocery store, fast food, they are specifically created in order to cause us to want it more, in order to get us addicted to it. Like I saw a documentary on it. I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, in terms of like the texture of the food, the way that it feels in our mouth, you know, what have you, like they specifically designed the food so that we will get addicted to it. And you know, and once we make that part of our regular diet, it feels impossible to deny ourselves of those types of food and start making better choices. But you can reprogram your body to no longer crave that, and instead to actually crave healthier foods. So that's another category of people that I've worked with. And then, you know, you come across a lot of the people that have gone through some type of trauma, something really dramatic in their life, and they have used food as a drug to comfort themselves. And see, this is my cat. At least it wasn't my dog. Probably would knock down the whole, you know, little structure I have going on here. But anyway, so people that they have gone to food throughout their life because they were sexually abused and molested, and they just experienced really horrible, abusive, traumatic childhood. And those are typically often the people that suffer from morbid obesity and super morbid obesity. It's the same extreme as somebody becoming a severe alcoholic or a heroin addict or what have you. It's a similar mindset where the pain is just so great, and the trauma is so damaging that they need something to comfort them. They need something to help them forget. They need something in life to enjoy and make them happy, because there's nothing else in their life for them to enjoy. There's nothing else in their life that has brought them happiness. And then there's also the category of people that are emotional eaters. It's not necessarily trauma that they have experienced in their childhood, but more stress and difficult, challenging situations they're dealing with in their current life. And they eat, you know, again, just to kind of give them something to look forward to, something to release that dopamine, something to make them feel good. And even if it's just for a few minutes, feel relaxed, you know, what have you. So there are, again, a lot of reasons why people allow themselves to become obese, or even morbidly or super morbidly obese. And so when you look at people like Amberlyn, Foodie Beauty, Tess Holiday, and anybody else that's, you know, that are kind of people that have embraced their obesity and even decided to capitalize off of it. And then you look at somebody like Obese to Beast, Hungry Fat Chick, who else is somebody that has lost a lot of weight? I mean, there's definitely, you know, people that I've watched, but I just can't think of their names. And you look at the contrast between, you know, that group of people, like the mukbangers, Amberlyn, and then you look at the contrast between Obese to Beast, Hungry Fat Chick, and those people. You wonder why. why have these people, you know, that struggle with the same issues with their weight and the same food addiction, why have they been able to be successful? And this group of people have done the opposite and have gone off the deep end. And that's always been something for me that's been very intriguing. Just understanding, you know, what is the mindset? What is it? What type of reality have they created for themselves? What is the thought process that that consumes their brain every single day, every second of every day? What is the thought process? And how have they been able to convince themselves that they're okay, that they're not at fault? And it's very intriguing to me how they have just kind of created an alternate reality because they can't deal with the current reality that they are making horrible choices and that they are just seen as horrible people. Chantel, you know, obviously is not someone that we see as a upstanding citizen or human being. Same with Tess Holliday. She's not a well-liked individual. It has nothing to do with their weight, or it really doesn't. Again, like I said in my last video, I'm not afraid to criticize somebody or challenge them more so about their weight. Maybe because of the line of work I'm in, that's what I've done for 20 years. But I'm not afraid to say, yeah, this is an issue. This person's weight is an issue, and let's talk about it. I'm not afraid to challenge that, you know, because being morbidly obese is an issue and something that should be challenged. And so it is something, you know, that's always really fascinated me, why they are the way they are. And I would love for a psychologist, psychiatrist, psychotherapist, somebody that is educated and licensed in that field to do an in-depth video on someone like Amberlyn and Foodie Beauty and all the other fat acceptance people out there that just refuse to take responsibility for their life. Amberlyn is obviously an extreme case, but I would love for somebody that is trained in that field to do an in-depth analysis on her. So if there is a psychologist, someone in that field that's watching this, God, it would be amazing for you to do a video like that. But I feel like maybe one of the reasons no one in that trade has come out and done a video on her, maybe they feel like it would be an unprofessional move to target somebody on the internet that obviously has some kind of, you know, mental issue, some kind of narcissistic characteristics. Maybe they're afraid that it will hurt them professionally. I don't know. I personally don't think so. I think it's definitely something that can be done in a tactful way, again, by somebody who is a licensed professional, and not even necessarily targeting her, but just in general talking about people like her and why are they that way. Why do they create a fantasy world, an alternate reality where everything is okay and they're a victim to haters? Why are they like that? And it's just, again, because I'm the type of person that, even though, like, I'll see people like Onision or, you know, who are other people on YouTube that people think are just horrible. Like, there's so many, but I just can't think of any. When I need to, like, on the spot, I can't think of any. But obviously, there's plenty of people on YouTube that we see are horrible people. Or Jake Paul is another one that we see may have sociopathic tendencies or what have you. And although I certainly will get infuriated watching them or listening to the choices they've made or the things that they've done to hurt people, what have you, sure, I'll have an emotional response where I get angry and think, you know, how could somebody be that way? But I also have a curious response as well, where I feel like, why are they like that? Like, what are they born that way? And I guess it's, you know, similar to when people think about serial killers and people like Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, is it nature or is it nurture? You know, were they born like that and they were just kind of doomed to be that way? You know, was somebody born to be a pedophile and they're just doomed? Or is it something that happened in their upbringing? Did somebody push them that direction? And I'm certainly not comparing, I'm not saying that Amberlyn and Onision are in the category of serial killer. I'm not implying that at all. But what I am saying is that they do have characteristics that are very, that lack empathy, and where they're not able to accept what reality is. And they're very self-consumed. Everything is about them and what they want. They're greedy, and they're, you know, narcissistic. They're liars, compulsive liars. You know, so why are they like that? What causes them to be that way? And then when they see, you know, a lot of the hate and the frustration, the comments that people make towards them, like nothing really clicks, like nothing, no light bulb goes off saying, you know, why am I getting this response? I mean, am I doing something? Like, what is it about me that's causing people to respond to me this way? And for some reason, a light bulb doesn't go off. Because I feel like if I was getting that type of response from a lot of people, I would sit back and wonder and be like, what am I doing that's causing people to respond? Like, I would at least question it, even if I was doing something and was completely clueless to how it was negatively affecting people and frustrating them. Even if I was clueless to what it was, I would at least wonder what it was. I would at least wonder why people have this type of response to me, you know. But I don't know, you know, I don't know. But you know, everybody obviously has different ways that they cope with life, that they cope with the world, that they cope with reality. You know, for most of us, I think, you know, most people are able to deal with things in a mature adult way. We resolve issues in a way that's going to be beneficial for us and those around us that we care about. I think most of us, you know, if we're on YouTube, we're doing a channel, we really want to be liked by our audience. I certainly do. We want to have a positive impact on our audience. Again, I certainly do. And then there are people out there that, you know, they really could care less about their dignity, their integrity, and they just want to make money. And then they victimize themselves when they get called out by people that it's obvious what their intentions are. So I don't know, but again, I am reaching out and calling out to anybody in the mental health industry that is licensed, educated, and trained to be able to analyze someone like her. If you feel comfortable or you feel like taking that dive, I would certainly, you know, be clicking on that video faster than a beanbag in a hurry. That would be really fascinating for me to watch, for all of us to watch, because I think for a lot of us, we just kind of want to, you know, a lot of us isn't even necessarily the frustration of what Amberlyn does and the things that Foodie Beauty does. It isn't just that. I think it's the frustration also of we don't understand why they are like that. And I just thought it was hilarious when Amberlyn was saying she reached out to Foodie Beauty, and I guess they're, you know, gonna team up now on how to, you know, get their life together. And, you know, it's like, you know, it's like if I'm an alcoholic, oh, let me, you know, call the alcoholic next door and try to get our alcoholism under control. You know, that's just how ludicrous that is. You need to go to someone who's been able to overcome alcoholism. They can help you, not somebody who's in the midst of it. But as far as the comment or the issue that Obese addressed about the mukbang and how Amberlyn thinks, well, I can still lose weight doing mukbangs. It's you know, to me, the contrast would be like an alcoholic saying, well, I can still, you know, do drinking games on occasion. I can do a drinking game once a week or a few times a week and still recover from my alcoholism. Again, that's just how ludicrous that's how ridiculous it sounds. But she doesn't see it. She doesn't see it. Like her and Chantel at over 600. She is over 600 pounds. She's trying to, you know, be catty and have this sassy attitude like, oh, how can you look at someone and, girl, you are over 600 pounds. There's no doubt. Everybody, I'm 100% positive of it. Chantal is at least 400. And, you know, so yeah, at 400, 600 pounds, yeah, you guys really know how to lose weight. You guys really understand how to implement a healthy lifestyle and have success and maintain it. Yeah, I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous and outrageous that they would think that they remotely understand how to get their weight in control, and they even remotely understand what it means to live a healthy lifestyle. Because I'll tell you right now, it takes an incredible amount of discipline. I've been, you know, a personal trainer for 20 years, but I've been exercising and practicing a very strict healthy lifestyle for 25 years. And I'm going to tell you, it takes a tremendous amount of discipline, a tremendous amount of sacrifice. It is not easy. It is not easy to achieve. It's not easy to maintain. But it does not mean that you can't enjoy life anymore once you've decided to deny yourself certain foods and, you know, denying yourself extra rest in the morning to go work out. It doesn't mean you can't still enjoy food. It's just you have to find healthy options that you enjoy. And it doesn't mean that I never indulge. Absolutely, on occasion I indulge. Absolutely. A lot of times I'll get sick afterwards because of it. And I will go ahead and, you know, indulge in a cheeseburger or what have you. So but anyways, I just, you know, wanted to speak my thoughts on, you know, what recently has happened between Amberlyn and Obese. And again, like I said in my last video, I just really think that she knows she's going to die, and, you know, she just doesn't care. But now that she's losing subs at a extremely fast rate, she's panicking right now. She's panicking because she's afraid that she's not going to have the money that she needs to continue to indulge in her addiction. So people keep unsubscribing, but remember, it is the views that count. Do not go to her channel. One thing I did not know is that if you click the dislike button, that counts as a view. That's what people were saying on her video in the comment section. I don't know if that's true, but either way, if it is, because often I'll go just to dislike the video and then I'll leave right away. But again, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, because I know when YouTube changed its policies because of a lot of clickbaiting that was happening, that if somebody clicked on a video for just 1 or 2 seconds, it didn't count as a view. But again, I don't know for sure. But either way, just to be safe, don't go to her channel at all. Watch her videos on HookTube or watch reaction channels like Authentic Hogwash, Justine, Kicking Geese, Sabine Davis. Who else do I like to watch? Of course, Zach. Oh, his last video. I mean, he's just a riot to watch. Just his facial expressions, his laugh. I mean, everything about that guy is just hilarious, and he's so entertaining, really enjoyable to watch. But yeah, you know, go to those channels to watch her, you know, guys, and let's continue the boycott, not just with unsubbing, but also not watching, not giving her a view. And that's really going to be the only thing that's going to push her to a point where she may be forced to make some changes, because now she doesn't have the audience and doesn't have the funds to continue to feed her addiction. So all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate your time and attention. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation, what you think, you know, is going on in their brains. Or if you're a psychologist, psychiatrist, what are your thoughts, you know, about what you think is happening, you know? But yeah, I always forget to tell people to like and subscribe. But yeah, definitely like and subscribe. That would be awesome to support the channel. So, okay, remember, take care of yourself, protect yourself physically and emotionally, and don't forget, your health is your most valuable asset. Invest in it. Bye-bye.